Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. So in this video we are going to see the object-oriented programming and its related concept. So object-oriented programming means OOPS allows us to solve the complex problem by using objects. In this video we will learn what is a class, what is an object, and several other features of object-oriented programming. So first we will see that what is a class. So class are the main building block of any object-oriented programming language. All objects are part of a class and share the common property and behavior defined by the class in form of data members and functions. A class is like a blueprint for the object. It is like a prototype for object which you can create by grouping methods and variables. Next, Kotlin object. So object use the property and behavior of a class. So class is just a blueprint, no memory is allocated to the class. Once the object of a class is created, then they take a memory space and perform the various actions on the data using the data members and the member function of a class. So let's see the one example. So here we create a one class and create an object of a class. So this is class, my class name is that the test. So this is your variable var number int equal to 5. This is your class member and this is the one function in a class display. Println display call. So see here how to create an object var obj is equal to test. Then here by using object we call the display function and here we print number is equal to this number variable. So this number is accessed by using the object dot number. So see here after running this code my output is that display call and number equal to 5. Okay, so this is a very similar to the Java programming language. So next see that the constructor in a class. So main purpose of constructor is to initialize the property of a class. So constructor is called when we create the object of a class. So in Kotlin there are two types of a constructor, primary and the secondary. So primary constructor means they initialize the property of a class and it is declared as a part of a class header. So let's see the one example. So this is the class test and here on this class header we pass here one parameter, for example val n colon int, and here this n value is assigned to this number variable. So here after creating the object we pass the one value 10. So like constructor, this 10 value is assigned to this class header parameter. So value of n is that the 10 and this n value is assigned to this number variable. So after creating the object of this class and if you try to print the number variable, then here number equal to 10. So see here after running this code, this is display call and number equal to 10. So by using this way we save the number of a line in a program. There is no need to define one more function and initialize the some statements. So they save the lot of a line in a program. So this type of a constructor is called as a primary constructor. So they declared in class header. You can also set the default value in a Kotlin constructor. So see here if this n have the some default value, for example this is 100 and here we create an object and pass here the value 10. So if you pass these values then my answer is that the 10, but if you forget the parameter then they use the default value. So your default value is that the 100. So this is the constructor default arguments. Next one is that the init block in a class. We have declared inside a constructor using init block. So let's see the one example. For example, there are one more parameter where name string assigned to ABC, and here in class there are two variables. For example, n, this is a string variable, and str is a string variable, and this is the number variable. So there is a one block, init block. So in this init block we use the one if condition. If your name is equal to ABC, then set str is equal to one default value. For example, this is a XYZ, and number is equal to 200. Otherwise, str is equal to PQR and number is equal to 300. So by using this way, we initialize these two variables. So this init block is executed after this parameter. So if your name is that the ABC, then str and the number have these two values. Otherwise, str number assign this PQR and the 300 values. So in display function, here we print the str and the number variable. So $str and $number. So here in main method, we create an object of a test class and call here the display function. So first here we pass the two parameters. For example, first number is that the 1000 and the second value is that the AAA. So see here, first number is that the 1000 and the value is that the AAA assign. So going to init block, name is equal to ABC. No, it is going to else. So str is the PQR and the number is that the 300. So your answer is that the PQR and the 300. Okay. Now, if you forget the pass these two parameters, because here we set the two default values. So first default value is that the 100 and second one is that the ABC. So now name is that the ABC. So check here again, name is equal to ABC. Yes, true. So it is going to if assign str XYZ and the number equal to 200. So see here, this is your output XYZ and the 200. So this is the init block. So this is a primary constructor. Now let's move to the second type of a constructor, that is the secondary constructor. So secondary constructor in a Kotlin is created using the constructor keyword. So let's see one example. So here we remove this class and create a new one. So here we remove all these parameters. This is your plain class test, and here define one more constructor by using constructor keyword, and here there is a one parameter name string. So here we println name equal to name, and here just message display call. So here we create an object of a test class and call this display function. So there is a parameter ABC. So this ABC is going to this name variable, and here print name equal to ABC, and this is your display function display call. So see here, this is your output name ABC and display call. So this is a constructor. So when you create an object, this constructor is called automatically. So here we pass the parameter name equal to ABC, and here we print this message name equal to ABC, and here we print the display function message. So this is the another type of a constructor. So these are the two types of a constructor, primary and the secondary. So on next video we will see the inheritance concept. If you have any queries, then comment on our query in comment box. Likes and subscribe the channel. See you on next video. Thank you.